Well, Pamela Travers, you can't imagine how excited I am to finally meet you.
Would you mind? My name is Mrs. Travers.
I think if you're a movie writer, particularly if you're writing for studios, that's your biggest fear all the time, is that you don't, retain control of your project, and that these are your babies and you're sort of going out into the world with them and you have to hand them over, and then people will meddle and fiddle and change things, and there's nothing you can really do about it. On Banks, I was so incredibly lucky in that we had this incredible director, John Lee Hancock, who was just absolutely a slave to the script. Like he loved that script and didn't want to change any of it, and also an incredibly supportive studio. But I do relate to her certainly on other things that I work on. It's really, really hard as a writer to retain any control, particularly I think in America it's a little more easy here.
Well, anyway, now here you are, and look at you. Oh, I could just eat you up.
That wouldn't be appropriate.
Disney were unbelievable as a studio on this. They never ever, I never felt that hand on my shoulder. Nobody ever came to me and said, he can't smoke, he can't drink, or you have to sanitize him in some way. Literally never. They really gave us free rein to do what we wanted with him, and I think that was really smart of them as well. He's not perfect. He's a human being just as she is.
Get on the horse, Pamela.
It seems like it's an overnight thing, but actually, I worked in that video shop for a while, and there was 7 years of writing that went on prior to me actually, having success with Terra Nova and all of that kind of stuff. There was a lot of preparation that went into that. So I wrote for a really, really long time, and it, it kind of almost got there and almost got there. And then finally, Terra Nova happened, and then I sold this other TV show, and then Saving Mr. Banks. So I think it was just luck that it all kind of happened at the same time, and suddenly that allowed me to break through.
They will rejoice. Don't you want to finish the story?
I became a writer because I like sitting on my own and, in front of a computer. I don't like the banging my head against the screen until it bleeds thing, but that happens often. I like being on my own, so this bit, of coming out and having to talk and have your photograph taken and being shoved down a red carpet in a dress and heels I can't walk in, is kind of all a bit mad, but lovely, but completely surreal, like totally nuts. I think the best thing about it is seeing people's reaction to the film. I took my dad as my date last night, and it was the first time he'd seen it, and that's awesome to be able to take my dad down that carpet and have him sit in a cinema full of, like 1,000 people or 1,600 people or whatever it was, and hear them react to it is brilliant.
I just won $20. Yeah!